Listen up, everybody in the place. We're talking about the podcast with the human race. It's the human meme, where comedy's embraced with jokes and memes that'll make you laugh and gasp for air. They talk about the trends, the news, and all the crazes with wit and humor that will light up all your faces. So if you're feeling down or in a funk, just tune into the podcast and you'll feel like you've won the buzz. Human Meme, it's the podcast to hear the laughs and jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and give it a cheer. The hosts are funny and they're never afraid to tackle any topic and make it a parade. They'll roast and toast and leave you in awe with that quick wit and humor that'll leave you wanting more. They talk about the trends, the news, and all the crazes with wit and humor that will light up all your faces. So if you're feeling down or in a funk, just tune into the podcast and you'll feel like you've won the bunk. Human Meme, the bunk. Human Meme, it's the podcast to hear the laughs and jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and chill. If you're in for a good time or just wanna unwind, then the Human Meme is a podcast for you, with humor and wit that'll always ring true. Human Meme, it's the podcast to hear the laughs and jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and give it a cheer. So what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe to the Human Meme podcast and join the tribe. You won't regret it, it's a guaranteed ride with laughter and memes that'll never subside.
Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm your host, AI David Bowles. And today, along with our crackbot AI research team, we have developed this idea for you today. Forgotten Marvels. Reconsidering the wonders of the world. When we speak of wonders, we often conjure images of iconic structures like the Great Pyramid or the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. But obscured by the passage of time and the focus on well-trodden historical paths, lie numerous marvels that were equally, if not more, fascinating, yet are far less known today. These forgotten sites offer unique insights into human ingenuity, societal structures, and the complex relationship between civilizations and their environments. Consider, for example, the city of Vijayanagara in southern India. Rising to prominence in the 14th century, Vijayanagara flourished as a vibrant center of commerce, art, and technology in the heart of the Deccan Plateau. Its massive bazaars teemed with merchants from across the globe, from Portugal to China, and its intricately built temples reflected a sophisticated architectural style and vibrant artistic creativity. The city was a true epicenter of multicultural exchange. While the Battle of Talikota in 1565 was a devastating blow, a coalition of rival sultanates sacked the city, causing widespread destruction. It's an oversimplification to say Vijayanagara was completely razed. Its power was severely diminished, many residents fled, and parts were certainly destroyed. However, the city was inhabited for centuries after in a diminished state. It faded from prominence, but it was not entirely erased. Today, the extensive ruins, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, testify to its past glory, though they are often overlooked in favor of more famous sites. Ongoing archaeological work continues to reveal the complexity of this once great city. In Africa, the Great Mosque of Djenné in Mali represents another overlooked wonder. While the mosque stands today, it is primarily a reconstruction, dating back to 1907, built on the site of the original structure believed to have been erected in the late 13th or early 14th centuries. The original mosque, constructed entirely from adobe mud bricks, epitomized sustainable architecture, long before the concept became mainstream. The entire community collaborated yearly to replaster the mosque, a practice symbolizing unity and communal responsibility. However, a combination of factors, including internal conflicts in the 19th century within the Messina Empire and the pressures of French colonial rule, led to a decline of its influence and care. The mosque faded from international prominence until its more recent reconstruction and ongoing preservation efforts, largely supported by organizations like the Aga Khan Trust for Culture. Shifting to South America, we find the forgotten city of Chanchan in modern-day Peru. Around the 9th century CE, Chanchan became the sprawling capital of the Chimu civilization. At its zenith, it was likely the largest adobe city in the ancient world, representing a remarkable feat of urban planning and engineering. Its intricate network of walls, decorated with elaborate friezes and geometric patterns, illustrates a culture flourishing just before the rise of the Inca Empire. Chanchan's decline was precipitated by Inca conquest in the late 15th century, and further accelerated by Spanish colonization and the impacts of El Niño weather events, causing severe wind and water erosion. Today, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is at significant risk of further degradation, largely unknown and under-resourced compared to other archaeological wonders. Another captivating yet underappreciated lost wonder is the ancient city of Great Zimbabwe, nestled within the hills of modern-day Zimbabwe. Flourishing between the 11th and 15th centuries CE, Great Zimbabwe emerged as a bustling metropolis with towering stone walls built entirely without mortar, a testament to remarkable architectural ingenuity and skilled craftsmanship. The precision and scale were so impressive that some early European explorers, such as Karl Mauck, speculated it might be the site of the mythical biblical city of Ophir. Great Zimbabwe thrived through trade in gold, ivory, and other goods, acting as a key link in extensive networks reaching from Africa's interior to the coast. However, its prosperity waned due to a combination of factors, including prolonged droughts, the decline of the gold trade, and political instability. Colonialism further obscured the site's historical significance and indigenous origins. Today, though a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Great Zimbabwe's importance remains relatively obscure within global historical narratives. Across oceans lies another extraordinary hidden gem, Nan Madol, located on the remote Pacific island of Pohnpei in Micronesia. Often called the Venice of the Pacific, Nan Madol is a remarkable complex, constructed from colossal basalt stones arranged into nearly 100 artificial islands, interconnected by a network of canals. Developed from around the 12th century CE onward, the site served as the ceremonial and political center of the Sodelur dynasty, where rulers governed a hierarchical society. The impressive engineering feat of transporting such heavy basalt columns remains a subject of ongoing research. Nan Madol's decline was likely a gradual process, potentially stemming from resource depletion, such as deforestation and over-reliance on specific food sources, internal conflicts, changes in sea level, and the arrival of Europeans, who introduced diseases and disrupted existing power structures. What was once a bustling center of power and culture became a collection of deserted stone islands shrouded in mangrove forests, its former majesty preserved primarily in local legends. Traveling northward, we encounter the haunting ruins of Ani, an ancient Armenian capital known as the City of 1,001 Churches. Perched on a plateau overlooking deep ravines, Ani thrived around the 10th century CE as a vibrant medieval metropolis situated at the crossroads of important trade routes connecting Byzantium, Persia, and the Caucasus. Its grandeur extended beyond exquisite churches and cathedrals to include universities and markets, making it a scholarly and economic powerhouse. Tragically, successive invasions, Mongols, Turks, devastating earthquakes, particularly in 1319, and shifting geopolitical dynamics gradually reduced Ani to a collection of ruined structures. Today, these magnificent remnants, located on the sensitive border between Turkey and Armenia, receive relatively little international attention, although archaeological work and preservation efforts continue. Further afield, we arrive at Mohenjo-Daro, along the banks of the Indus River in present-day Pakistan. Founded around 2500 BCE, Mohenjo-Daro flourished as one of the world's earliest urban centers, rivaling contemporary civilizations in Egypt and Mesopotamia. It boasted remarkable innovations for its time, a carefully planned grid street layout, advanced drainage and sewage systems, and large communal baths. These features highlight not just early technological mastery, but also a sophisticated understanding of urban planning and sanitation. Despite its ingenuity, Mohenjo-Daro declined around 1900 BCE. While the exact causes remain debated, leading theories suggest a combination of factors, including climate change, possibly the drying up of the Ghaggar-Hakra River, changes in river courses due to tectonic activity, and potentially, though controversially, an invasion. While crucial archaeological remains testify to its sophistication, Mohenjo-Daro remains relatively unknown to the general public, overshadowed by the more famous sites of Egypt and Mesopotamia. Similarly underappreciated is the lost city of Corral Soup in Peru, dating back to around 2600 BCE. This makes it contemporary with some periods of pyramid building in Old Kingdom Egypt and predates most other large-scale civilizations in the Americas. Corral is notable for its monumental architecture, including pyramids, plazas, and complex residential structures, all constructed without the use of metal tools or pottery. The civilization appears to have thrived as a center of peaceful urban coexistence, prioritizing trade and cultural development. The reasons for Corral's abandonment remain unclear, but possibilities include resource scarcity, climate change, internal social changes, or a shift in regional power dynamics. Rediscovered only in recent decades, Corral, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offers fantastic lessons in cooperation and peaceful coexistence, yet remains relatively obscure. Turning eastward, we reach Angkor, the sprawling metropolis at the heart of medieval Cambodia's Khmer Empire. While Angkor Wat itself rightly garners international attention, the sheer scope and complexity of the surrounding Angkorian urban infrastructure, spanning hundreds of square kilometers, remains far less celebrated. Intricate systems of temples, canals, reservoirs, berets, and roads underscore astonishing hydraulic engineering and agricultural achievements. Angkor thrived through interconnected water management, allowing the civilization to flourish in a region subject to seasonal droughts and floods. However, this strength ultimately contributed to its vulnerability. By the 15th century, a combination of factors, including over-reliance on the complex water system, which may have suffered from silting and become unable to adapt to changing climate patterns, coupled with pressure from repeated attacks by the Ayutthaya Kingdom of Siam and environmental degradation, and possible overpopulation, precipitated the city's decline. Beyond Angkor Wat, the broader wonders and societal lessons of Greater Angkor remain largely unrecognized. Finally, let's consider the enigmatic site of Çatalhöyük in modern-day Turkey, one of humanity's earliest known proto-urban settlements, established nearly 9,000 years ago. Unlike many ancient cities, Çatalhöyük featured a unique urban layout, houses tightly packed together, accessed primarily by rooftop ladders, with no streets or public squares. Life revolved around communal, intimate spaces, fostering a strong sense of shared identity. Around 5,700 BCE, after centuries of occupation, its residents gradually dispersed. The reasons are still being investigated, but potential factors include changes in social organization, evolving agricultural practices that may have required more dispersed settlements, environmental pressures, or a desire for greater interaction with other emerging communities. Its departure left behind earthen walls, burial sites beneath floors, and fascinating artwork, all awaiting further archaeological investigation and broader public awareness. Collectively, these lesser-known wonders invite us to broaden our understanding of ancient civilizations and reconsider our own place in the continuum of history. Their relatively overlooked ruins are reminders of the delicate balance between human societies, their environments, and the passage of time. They demonstrate that even the most vibrant and seemingly enduring civilizations are susceptible to change, decline, and even disappearance. By revealing these hidden marvels, we gain not only a richer appreciation for the diversity of human achievement, but also a more nuanced perspective on the challenges and opportunities that face our own world today. They whisper cautionary tales and inspire contemplation on sustainability, social cohesion, and the enduring legacy of human endeavor. For the Human Meme Podcast, I'm AI David Bowles, wishing you a wonderful evening and a smarter tomorrow. Be a human meme.
Listen up, everybody in the place. We're talking about the podcast with the human race. It's the human meme, where comedy's embraced with jokes and memes that'll make you laugh and gasp for air. They talk about the trends, the news, and all the crazes, with wit and humor that will light up all your faces. So if you're feeling down or in a funk, just tune into the podcast, and you'll feel like you've won the buzz. Human Meme, it's the podcast to hear the laughs and jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and give it a cheer. The hosts are funny and they're never afraid to tackle any topic and make it a parade. They'll roast and toast and leave you in awe with that quick wit and humor that'll leave you wanting more. They talk about the trends, the news, and all the crazes, with wit and humor that will light up all your faces. So if you're feeling down or in a funk, just tune into the podcast, and you'll feel like you've won the bunk. human meme. It's the podcast to hear. Relaxing jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and chill. If you're in for a good time or just wanna unwind, then the human meme is a podcast for you. With humor and wit that'll always ring true. Human meme, it's the podcast to hear. Relaxing jokes that'll make your day, my dear. It's the perfect remedy for all your fears. So come and listen and give it a cheer. So what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe to the Human Meme Podcast and join the tribe. You won't regret it, it's a guaranteed ride with laughter and memes that'll never subside.